All right, welcome back, people. This is Judgment. This video is gonna be about, hey, Judgment. What's the best weapons? What's the best this? What's the best that? Okay, so I'm gonna go over in my opinion, and this is strictly my opinion, and I'm gonna try the best I can to dumb things down because I am a pay to win player. I'm not a pay to play player. I'm a pay to win player. There's a big difference. So, first off, Judgment. Okay, well, you know what? Let me go ahead and do this. I notice a lot of things when it comes to gaming. I put a lot of money into gaming. I've been doing this for a long time. I've been with gaming with Spacetime Studios since June of 2000, what, 10, I believe it is, when they came out with Pocket Legends. So I kind of know how Spacetime Studios does their thing, okay? And I actually like their games. You know, the way I sound sometimes might be demeaning, degrading, but hey, I'm a consumer and there's certain ways that things should be done. And if they're not done, you want to ban me, then ban me. It hasn't happened yet. So first off, when you go, I noticed this with punishment, and I don't want to use the phone I'm using on punishment because the sound quality is horrible. It's a very old phone. But at the beginning, when you're able to choose bow, swordsman or mage or whatever that the three little thing is. I didn't notice this on Judgment, but I noticed this on punishment. When I picked the bow and then I went down and was doing some videos, I noticed when I went down to the thief weapons, which would be, I believe your ranged, your next step for bow would be the talon. You know, because I know in Pocket Legends you can use a bow or a talon or a crossbow or whatever it is. But I noticed that, and I don't think you can switch this. So this would be for people that are starting or haven't even did the game yet. They're just checking because I don't know if you can erase an account or restart. I don't know all that. But I chose bow. I went down to talon and well, let's say thief weapon because you don't know it says thief weapon, and it was stronger than the rest of the other weapons. Okay, and I know a talon's not stronger than a damn sword or whatever, but it's stronger. It's the strongest weapon down there. So I don't know if at the beginning, if you choose your class, it's going to give you like your bow is going to be stronger than the rest of the weapons, and your thief weapon is going to be stronger. So I noticed that, and it is stronger. It is stronger. The thief weapon is stronger than the rest of the weapons. The other weapons are, I think, almost equivalent numbers, but the thief weapon is stronger than the rest of them. Okay, so Judgment, what, in your opinion, what is the best weapon in the game? Well, considering that this game is built for speed, speed and damage and all that stuff, but you want to get through that dungeon as fast as you can, you know, and to me, the range weapons are the best. So let me go ahead and go over here and let me check out training. Training, we're already on it. So if we come down here, I believe the wizard weapon is ranged, and see there's a debate here whether the wizard weapon or the thief weapon is better. Well, the wizard weapon has multiple targets. You can hit multiple target. It has AoE on it. It has just with the single hit, and the thief weapon does not. But I believe the thief weapon has a lot more DPS, which means in normal games DPS is damage per second, and it's how fast you use your weapon, how fast you use it. And I believe if this game is built on traditional games, then the DPS will always outwin anything, in my opinion, especially this game, because I don't know. Look at the leaderboards, you know, it'll tell you. And me and another person that uses the wizard weapon are pretty much equal when it comes to VIP and all that. And I do triple the damage in Gauntlet. So you make your assumption. But to me, the two best weapons are spell, the wizard weapon, and the thief weapon. But because I've never used the wizard weapon, I'm being biased because my thief weapon is maxed and whatever. I see the damage that I do. So I would say thief weapon. Now, there's a lot of people on here that hate range. They, everybody has their gaming's been around for a long time, especially RPGs, and you have your melees, you have your DPS, you have your range, you have a plethora of things you can do. And some people just don't want to use range. They want to use melee. Now, here's the thing about this game. Let me see how I can explain this. This game is a vertical game as far as the dungeons are concerned. And you're running in a straight line, side to side, and you're just flinging your weapon. Now, if you put on a melee, just go to an early stage. Go to like farm and get the equivalent of each weapon and run the stage. You don't have to put jewels in it. You don't have to do all that. Just farm the first couple maps and get the same level weapons. It doesn't, and try to run the maps with each one of them. I did that. And the melee is just, it's horrible. You have to run to each mob to kill him. Run right to him. Then you got to run to the thief weapon or wizard. You just run in a straight line and it's going to do its thing. You don't have to go anywhere near them. You don't have to do any of that stuff. Now, what I will say, there's a couple maps up there in the later tiers where there's like 50 mobs that you just start off with. If you have focus and vortex, your spells are going to do the work. Okay. But I can see, let's put a melee weapon, like a big old sword that has AoE on it that swings and it just takes out 5, 6, 7 mobs with one swing. Well, first off, you're going to need to have heavy armor, because if I try to do that with Judgment, my pet dies. My pet will die instantly if I summon them out at the beginning of these maps. I don't know why it wasn't like that before, but now it is. I think because they added more mobs, and I don't think that the devs did anything with the pets. I just think that there's more mobs hitting your pet, and that's why it's dying faster. So I can see you going straight in as a big sword, and it does sweeping damage and it hits everything. And if you're at an equal level as I am with your skills, your stats, your spells, and everything else, I can see it being a better weapon to use on those maps, because I can envision seeing just sweeping all these mobs at once. And then you can use your spells and all that. But see, the thing about this game, unless you're using focus, your weapon damage, you can have 7,000 weapon damage and you're just hitting brick walls with these mobs, unless you have focus. Okay. So the best weapons, in my opinion, to use, even at start or even at end game, whatever, is the range weapons. Okay. I prefer the Talon because I start off as bow, and that's why I choose Talon. Okay. And people like me will compare themselves with the other people that are like at second, third, or even have more attack than me. And when you're doing 3 times the damage that they're doing and they're just as good as you, then DPS wins, in my opinion. So far. So those are the best weapons. If you, in your starting weapons, use your bow or a wizard weapon or mage weapon. Use the range. But if you're those people that refuse to use range, then you know what? I can't help you because I don't know. And I'm not going to speak on something that I don't know. I can just see what it can do and what it does, because I've tried it at lower tiers. And running up to each mob, if you're using a melee and you're in a dungeon where the mobs are spread, just use logic. Okay? It's going to take you forever to run to each mob. Because your spells are, your focus is going to be gone by the time you hit the second mob. It's a 10 second. You get focus for 10 seconds. So if you have to run to each mob, then you're wasting your time. Okay. And the thing is here, I'll note every single buddy has the same exact spells, which is, I don't understand the concept of that, but everybody has the same spells. Everybody has the same thing. Okay. So the weapons, in my opinion, are the range weapons, the mage, the thief, the bow are the best. Okay. Now let's go over here. And I also want to explain how to use your gold in this video as well. Okay. So let's go back over here and then let's go to spells. Okay, this video is going to be long because it has to cover new players, mid-range players, and players like me. So at the beginning, your spells, and depending on if you spend platinum on gold, because you need to hit that VIP 2 as well, so you can get your second slot, or you're just wasting your time playing, because it's going to take forever to upgrade stuff, because you only have one slot. One, you don't have gold, you don't have the shards, you're in the beginning maps, and you can only farm 4 maps, and you have to sit and wait. Okay, so keep that in mind. To me, use at the beginning. There's 2 ways you can do this, depending on how good of a player you are. To me, I'm going to cover both of them. At the beginning, for the first, I'm going off of punishment. So the first 4 tiers, depending on, and this is all depending on what you're putting in the game for money wise. So leave a comment and let me know. I like to ramble. This is not scripted, so it's all real. Use Fireball, Arcane Bolt, and Stomp, or Fireball, Arcane Bolt, and Heal. Okay. Your main goal here, as any player starting off, is to get 10 spells unlocked the fastest and the cheapest way possible. So to start off, you're going to need your 2 main spells. I think they give you a spell. I believe they give you a spell, but you want to use Fireball, Arcane Bolt, okay, and then upgrade all 4 of them. Okay, upgrade all 4 of them, because it's only going to cost you 1,000 gold, and it's like a 5-minute wait. So now you have 4 of 10. Your main goal is to get that 10 so you can get lightning. Okay, you can get lightning. So you want to upgrade Fireball twice, Arcane Bolt, or depending on what kind of money you have, Fireball 3, Arcane 3, Heal 3, Stomp 2. What is that? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, Heal 3, Arcane Bolt 3, Firebolt 3, and Stomp 1. Okay, and or 2 or whatever. I don't even think I leveled up Stomp on Judgment, but whatever you gotta do, you get that, and you get your lightning. Okay, so then you're gonna be running at this time. That lightning bolt should be good enough. You don't have to run Heal. I mean, if you have to run Heal and you find yourself dying, then you're gonna use Fireball, Lightning, and Heal. And the reason why you want to use Fireball is because it has that AoE damage. Arcane Bolt has splash damage, but and what splash damage means is it's going to hit off of one person, and it's going to hit off, and it's going to go reflect to another mob, but it doesn't happen all the time. So the best spells there would be Fireball, Lightning Bolt, and Heal if you're dying. If you're not dying, Fireball, Arcane Bolt, and Lightning. Now, as time progresses, and it's probably going to be impossible if you're not spending money to get these lower tier skills. Okay, the lower tier skills are this: the higher whatever, the level 3 spells or whatever. The main badass everything in this game is focus. Focus. What focus does is this: it gives you critical hit chance, which means what it says. You're going to crit a lot. Okay? Now, critical damage bonus, beast. It's beast. As you can look at the numbers now if you're looking at it. And bonus damage. Oh, it's godly. This spell is godly when it starts to get high and high and high. Okay, and I'll talk about crit, the weapon affinity. I'll talk about that when we get there, because I don't know if that's relevant or not. I don't know, but mine's pretty high, and I don't know. So when you're going, your main goal is to get to that focus. If you're spending money, you're going to get it pretty easily. If you're not, then I don't know what to tell you. But because in the later tiers, you're going to need another spell called Vortex. And what Vortex does, I thought it was Orb, and I kind of screwed up and wasted all those shards on it, and Vortex wins out over Orb. And you don't want all 3 of them. The spell cooldown is way too long. Okay, so what you want is Vortex, Focus, and Lightning. Those are going to be your 3 main. Those are my 3 main spells now. Okay, and what Vortex does is it'll just like it explains, it's going to send a purplish black vortex, like a black hole, and it's going to suck all the enemies in. And if you're strong enough, you're going to kill every single one of those enemies. If you're not, then they're going to be, if you're using focus and vortex, they're going to be dead. Okay? They're going to be dead. So as far as the spells are concerned, beginning, the first whatever, 5, 6, 7, whatever you're spinning, whatever, it's going to be Fireball, Arcane Bolt, Lightning, Fireball, Arcane Bolt, Heal, Firebolt, Arcane Bolt, Stomp, and then once you get to your Lightning, it's Fireball, Arcane Bolt, Lightning. And then once you start breaking down these ones, you're going to have Focus, Vortex, and Lightning. Okay, and if anybody else needs this explanation, just log in. I'm on a lot, so log in and ask me, okay? Next is going to be training. Training. Okay, this is very important here. There's tiers to this. There's only 2 tiers here, okay? And this is one of the easiest ones to get to your, I believe it's tier 9 is when you can start unlocking these bottom tier weapons here, okay? So what you want to do at first, depending on what you're using, and again, what you're putting in the game, because some people can't, these spells cost so much money. So I use Archer Weapon. You get Archer Weapon up to a certain amount. Okay. Know your, also know your cash flow. Like any other game, know your cash flow. Don't throw, if you're spending money on this game, but you're on a budget, just because you want your Archer Weapon to go from 4 to 5, okay, and it costs 50,000 and you only have 60,000, don't do it. Don't. You know, come over down here to whatever armor. And here's the thing about this. If you're spending platinum and you're trying to get a certain, say you want to go all light armor. Okay, man. And you spent 5,000 platinum on that legendary gear and you're getting heavy armor or medium armor. And you're just like, fuck, I don't want to spend any more money. Okay. Well, switch. Like I did, you know, they had a defense nerf come out that just was devastating, but I figured out, I went to medium armor. So, well, a couple of them are medium armor. Just switch, you know, if you can. If you can't, then you got to deal with what you got. But I've spent a lot on that legendary gear and not gotten anything relevant to what I need. And I'm not about to switch after spending 2 weeks of leveling up light armor. You know what I mean? Or people like me will just keep going until we get it. If you don't have that luxury and you got some nice ass medium armor is almost just as good as light armor. It's probably better. To me, if I were to start over with shards, I would, and I had the legendary because I had it. I just furnished it. You know, I wish there was some kind of storage or something. I had all the medium armor, but medium armor gives you more resistance and slightly less weapon damage. But as long as that weapon damage doesn't say crit damage or anything, then weapon damage don't mean shit. It really don't. I mean, it does, but it's not as much as you think it does. As far as flank bonus and crit damage and crit, all that. That's the important stuff. Not what your number shows right here. See this number right here? Let me see here. Equipment. You see that? You see this number right there? That 6111? That doesn't mean anything. Okay? It doesn't mean anything. It means a lot, but it doesn't. Understand what I'm saying? It's what's in your jewels. It's what's in your talents. That's what's going to make you a stronger player. Not having the highest damn weapon damage. Okay, because that number is way off. It's screwed. It's screwed up. You get attack damage for leveling up pets. Anything that's offensive, you get it, and it's irrelevant to what the hell you're doing. Okay, and I'll get to that flank. I'll get to all that stuff in a little bit. So back to training. Get what you can for what you have, bang for your buck, then come for your weapon. Then, because our goal is to hit that 10 training. Then come over here and whatever you have, whatever's in your mind. The best thing to do is stick with what you have or keep throwing money out there. So balance it out. Don't go light helmet and medium helmet and heavy helmet. That you're wasting your time. Go pick one. Or mix them up. Pick one of each, a helmet, an armor, and underwear. Pick one of each and do it. And it's really, look, let's see how much this is to upgrade this. It's 425 gold and 5 shards. So at the beginning, it's not going to be a problem. It's not going to be hard at all to get to level 10 or up our training 10. But to me, the best armor to use is medium armor. Okay. If you have it, use it because you get weapon damage and defense. Heavy armor is just not useful in this game. It's irrelevant in this game, in my opinion. So that's training. Now we're going to go to pets. And this is something that I don't know. Pets to me is like their AI is horrible. Everybody that's played it knows it. They're setting up, especially in Gauntlet, they're setting off ice traps. They're got fireballs flinging at them, and you're just running around trying to do the map, and they're hitting you, and you're getting killed by your pet. The AI on these pets are retarded. There is none. You're trying to fight a group of mobs, and they're over there in the corner hitting a box or setting off an ice trap or doing something, and you're way up the map. It's ridiculous, but the best pets, the bottom first tier pets, if you're a pay to play win, then you're going to go through them things fast. If you're a free to play player, good luck, man. Good luck. But for you new guys, choose Lingo and a Hill, because what Lingo does is gives you, as you can tell, my Lingo's not even leveled up, but he gives you hill amount bonus when you use your Hill. So that's good. Use Lingo if you're a free to play player and you're new. Okay. But you want to get to Levi. That is what you want to get to, is Levi for now. I still use them. Okay. So what you need is 5 pet upgrades. That's so easy. Just pick all 3 of them. Okay. They cost, 8,005. Well, it ain't that easy, because unless you have the gold, but if you have the gold, pick all 3 of them and then pick 2 of them. And then now you're on Levi. That's what you want. Levi is a ranged pet that does multiple target damage, and he's pretty damn strong. So get to Levi and start upgrading him. Okay. Now I have a theory here. I think, to me, I don't know yet, but the best pet in this game is going to be Kumiho. Okay. Like I said, I've had a lot of experience in gaming, especially MMOs. That reflective damage, which looks weak as hell, wish it was double that. That means anytime something hits you, when that pet is out, when anything that hits you, it's going to reflect back on the mob that hit you. So that could be interesting. So I'm starting to level them up, but it costs a lot of money, as you can tell, and a hell of a lot more shards. Okay. So keep that in mind for even the advanced players. People like to go to MJ because MJ has all that health and physical damage and all that. Well, dude, you already know your pets are shit. So why not use Kumo when he's in the corner banging his head against the wall doing nothing, but yet it's still helping you when the mobs are hitting you, you're hitting them back. See what I'm saying? So just like with anything, with any of these training spells, get to the next tier as efficient as you can. Okay, even though, I don't want to use that spell. But hey, that spell costs 50 gold and 5 shards. Okay, and you have another one on there. So get efficiently as you can to the next tier. Okay, now we're going to get to the next subject, which is, to me, the most important thing that's going to separate you from them is talents. Here's the thing. People like me and other people, with me, I can get to floor 20 on Gauntlet like it's nothing. Okay. By myself. It's easier by myself than in a party, because I know where to go. Hell, you get 280 Gauntlet coins for getting to floor 20, maybe even more. I don't know. Okay. And if you look, these things require Gauntlet coins. So you go find shorts, you get them in daily chest, Gauntlet token chest, login rewards, or free chest. Okay. You can't farm these direct. Okay. So what you have to do is you go over here and see the Gauntlet token chest. Even though it's in this money thing, it's free as long as you can run Gauntlet. There's nobody else but me that can even get to floor 19 in Gauntlet. Okay. So what you want to do is what I do, because I also like the bronze vanity shards. I like those too. So I like to run with the group. It might even take longer than me, but see, these people need the help. So you just run them. I run them. You need to find a good group to run them. And whatever gauntlet coins you get, you spend it in this menu for the gauntlet token chest. But the problem is it increases its cost. It goes from 100 to 150 to 250, all the way up to way enormous amount of numbers that you can't do. So my goal is to farm 20 gauntlet coins a day, or 20 talents a day. That's my goal. And then you also get them here. See, I'm up to 15. See that? 15. And I get them a lot. The talent shards come up a lot in these chests, more so than any of the other ones. So that helps out. Okay. So that's how you get those. And we're going to come back here and go to talents. Let me break this down. You can see I have 0 in hardiness and life boom. I have 0 in there. Okay. And like I said, just with these, you want to get to them next tiers. You want to get to the next goodies. Okay. So I started off with weapon affinity because back then I didn't think flank bonus was shit. I thought it was a waste of time, but pro tip on this one, some of your spells will use 100% of your flank damage, even though you're hitting them straight on. Okay. It'll give you that bonus damage. Okay. So between weapon affinity and exposed weakness, weapon affinity is crit hit rating, which is, see, this game has so many crit chance, crit rating, crit damage, crit this. It's like, what the hell? What's important, And what this says is better chance of critical hit against tougher enemies. And you see mine's level 5 because the thief weapon, the thief offhand, and your gear, depending on how it's rolled, is going to have crit rating in it. Okay. Crit rating. I don't know how well it works. I don't know, but it's there. So I used it to get to the next tier. And the next one is exposed weakness. Money. This flank bonus is money. What a flank bonus is, you got to hit them from the side or in the back, and you get that bonus. That's what that is. But like I said, some of your spells, for some reason, hit flank bonus every time. I know because I know the numbers in my head on what's a crit, what's a non-crit, where the crit damage is coming from, and all that. So equal these ones out to get to, you only need level 5, but I say only, but it's hard to get these shards. It's very hard to get these shards. So be patient on this. And this is why this is most important. Don't waste your shards on stupid things. So once you get your shards to 5, okay, notice how I have tenacity, power strike, and accuracy up. Okay, I wasted my shards on this. This is critical hit chance. Okay, your focus will cover this. The focus spell will cover this. Don't waste your shards on this one, like I did. Power strike, money. This is just as money as flank bonus. This is crit damage. Remember, this is irrelevant if you don't have focus. But even if you have 7,000 crit rating, it's the crit chance is what's going to make you crit every time. And that's what focus gives you. Focus doesn't give you crit rating. It gives you crit chance. Okay. So level this as much as you can. And tenacity is huge as well. I'm not a defensive person, but I realized that I needed to get it. Okay. This is going to give you physical resistance. Okay. Level that up as well. Okay. Those are the 2 main ones in that tier, is power strike and tenacity. Now you get down here to weapon master, which I don't know why that's all the way down here. Cause like I already said, I don't think weapon damage is really relevant, but it's, level 10. So I have it. So the important ones down here is weapon master and wizardry. Wizardry is your spell damage, and weapon master. Now here's the thing. Well, what do I choose, Judge, between weapon master and wizardry? Remember, you're using your weapon more than you're using your spells. Okay. So as far as your weapon's concerned, it's weapon and flank damage that's going to do your weapon damage. Cause when you get high up there, you're not going to ever crit. unless you're using focus. And focus is what, a 30, 35 second cooldown, and you only get 10 seconds of it to use. So all that other time, you're just whacking, running around whacking shit that's not dying. And you might get an occasional crit. Okay, and they die. So it all this comes together. It all comes together once because, one, you're not using your spells 100% of the time because they're on cooldown. But when you use your spells, you want them to be as strong as possible, and that's where the wizardry comes in. Okay, if that makes sense. Now, braced shield, don't even worry about that. Okay, because it's trash in this game at the moment. Now, other things that affect how strong you are is this. Okay, let's go to equipment. Is your jewels. Okay, all you have to, I don't know why people ask me what jewels I should use, because all they have to do is inspect me and see everything that I use. It's all, let's see. It's all crit damage and flank bonus. Okay. There you go. Crit damage. See, all over here. Crit damage. Over here. Crit damage, flank bonus. Okay, that's all that's how you get powerful, is using those. And even if you don't have the 40s, if you don't have the 20s, put whatever's best in them. Okay. And like I said before, try to save these, but you know what? I try to save them on punishment. It's just, you need them. The more's going to come. Whatever you want to do it. Okay. I say save them, but it's kind of hard when you're only opening up one chest every 4 hours. It's like, come on. You know what I mean? When you're not a high VIP. So I could open up 2 chests, And like I said, if you got the money, if you want to spend it, speed open them damn chests, man. Speed open those chests. Speed open everything if you want to. Now, when it comes to armor, to me, the best thing you can put in your armor is the physical resistance. I don't mess with element. Well, what about the element damage, Judge? I don't know much about the element damage, but I know by comparing them, by using lesser weapons to compare. I've compared all this. I've done all this. I put like the lower, less jewels in all the gear and tested them out. I don't know what the element damage does. I don't know if it's only if you use that spell, but they're trash. I do 60,000 less. Okay. If I use them. And as far as the block and the dodge and all that, I don't know. But the best things to put, okay, let me say, put whatever the hell you can if you have the money in at an early stage, if you can do it. Okay. If you have the money to do it, but they cost a lot to socket, like $8,000, and that's a lot. Way too much, in my opinion. Way too much. Even for a beginner, it's way too much. And like in the armor sockets, you want to use physical resistance and or dodge. To me, those are the 2 best. Okay. I don't know if this video covered it all, but it's a long ass video. Hit me up in the comments if you need something else or whatever. But hey, that's it. Judgment. Peace.